They came to Target to help find out why it happened and to stop it happening to others.
So first up, we contacted Briscoe's head office to see what they had to say about Jason's claims. A Christchurch store manager failed to help him investigate.
The managing director responded saying he's been unable to ascertain who Jason spoke to after talking to all of the male staff on duty.
Notwithstanding, the advice given or not given in this case was clearly not up to our normal standard of customer service, and I have demanded a retraining of our telephone service procedures.
So we contacted Zip's New Zealand agent, Spillane's Trading Company, and they say the description of the incident and the sound the kettle made suggests the kettle didn't explode, but cracked. They say the way the glass is processed means it cannot explode. However,
just as a chipped car windscreen will be failed for a warrant because of the risk of further damage, if this material is chipped or cracked in any way, the glass, when reheated, will look for the weakest point, which will then in turn cause the thermal shock heat-resistant glass to fail.
They believe the last person to use the kettle may have knocked the rim against the tap, unaware of the damage when the kettle was turned on. Jason and Greer don't remember this happening, but acknowledge it's possible. The company adds that of the minimum of 150,000 glass kettles they've sold, they've had no other reports of explosions, just a few returns through breakages. And the kettle is manufactured according to New Zealand safety standards with the best quality glass.
This incident must be seen in perspective. Although the events that occurred with Jason's son are a cause for sympathy, they do not, in isolation, suggest that there is a safety concern around this product.
Target agrees. After talking to experts and conducting our own investigation, we could only find one other anecdotal report of another brand's kettle possibly exploding or shattering.
So while the phenomenon is not exactly sweeping the globe, Dayton's experience means it never hurts to be too cautious.
Handle any glass kettle or jug gently and don't use it if it's chipped. We think perhaps it would be prudent for the user guide to include this, although it does say keep the kettle away from children. Unfortunately, that's advice Mum Greer has learnt the hard way.
I cringe. I regret sitting him on the bench. It's definitely something I wouldn't do now.
Briscoes say Zip is amongst their most reliable brands and have kindly offered Jason and Greer a replacement Zip stainless steel kettle. It's an offer they're grateful for and will probably take up.
So far, we've seen an excellent job from a handyman who really knew his stuff. Will the next one be able to keep up the good work?
And it's Supreme Miracle Clean. Our actress got a referral from Grayskulls. He asked to see where she wants the shelf, but then explains he wasn't told he'd have to cut anything.
In fact, after half an hour on site, he decides he can't do any of the jobs and opts to come back the next day to sort it out. He thought he'd only be cleaning the guttering, but agrees to do the other work.
He's back, and in the laundry, he points out a problem. He explains he'll put support brackets up, and our actress leaves. He starts work on the guttering, inspecting it first. Then he hooks up a hose. Looks like he's going to blast the gutters clean. This could get messy. Next he washes the house clean of any debris and then hoses down the driveway. He also clears the gutters on the other side of the house. Back up the ladder and he's screwing the drooping guttering back into place. That's good to see. And then it's onto the laundry shelf. He starts by measuring.
He marked and cut up the melamine sheet off camera, so the test will be whether it fits.
And it does. He's brought L brackets to support the shelf, and the sheet can be fixed using small screws from underneath so that they're not seen from the top like the previous job. Task complete, and he packs and moves on to the final job, installing the new light fitting. He takes it outside to drill a hole in the sleeve. Our expert thought he was going to screw the fitting to the ceiling, but the aftershots show that he didn't hang it. It does, however, look like he gave it a go. That wire should not be exposed, and it's live. Outside you can see how he's screwed the spouting to help lift it, and the guttering is clear. As for the shelf in the laundry, our expert described it as ugly. Look at that gap. And although the brackets were a good idea, some of the screws are missing. This tradesman wasn't a handyman, but agreed to do the work. Perhaps he should have said no. So the results, and the gutters were clean, but our expert thought the shelf was the worst fit of the trial. It's good he refused to install the light, but shouldn't have left that live wire exposed at $140. We didn't think we got our money's worth, so we've given Supreme Miracle Clean 5 out of 10, and they respond.
Your actress was advised that I was not a handyman or a certified electrician, but that I was happy to do the work on that understanding.
After the break and a trial of handymen, just say cheese. That's right, you're on target.
And what makes a better winter meal than tomato soup? Find out which brand is best for you and your family.